Hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our Letting Go challenge. We started yesterday with Sandy's story. Today we're doing Mo's story. I'm Sharon, and I am a therapist who found that letting go was one of the most common things that people struggled the most with. So the challenge is the 3-day challenge is to walk slowly through what is happening when we say let go, and to help you to if you are struggling with this, to help you to be able to let go of what's happening in your life. So we look today at Mo, and Mo is 32. Mo is an accountant, and Mo is a very happy-go-lucky guy. Everybody loves him. He's helpful. He's funny. He's just the lovely person to have around, and everybody likes him. So when the company was doing some audits, they picked up that there were some errors that were pointing to Mo, and it was unlike him. He's usually quite precise in his work. And his director called him in and said, Mo, what's happening? And Mo's like, nothing's happening. Why are you asking? And the director said, well, there has been a couple of errors on the audit, and that's pointing to your work. And so clearly something's going on. I'm just going to ask that you speak to someone, because this is not like you. Your work quality is always of a very high standard, and so we're just going to ask you, if speak to someone, and try to sort this out. And initially Mo was feeling confused. He was worried. What's happening? Is his job on the line? What is happening? But he thought, well, let me speak to someone, and then I know I can tick that off the box. And so he did. When he went to speak to a counselor, the counselor asked him, okay, so what's been happening in the last month, 2 months? Just talk through what's been happening in your life. And it turns out that Mo had, a few weeks ago, Mo had gone to the movies with some of his friends. And there was a particular scene in the movie where it was really hard to watch. And it was a scene where a teenager was being bullied on the school grounds. And that was just such a flashback for Mo. He actually, in the movies, he just went into a cold sweat. It just unraveled him to such an extent that he didn't even realize that the trauma was still there. And speaking to the therapist, he realized that even as a teenager, Mo's backstory was that as a teenager, he was bullied for being overweight, and the bullying was really nasty, and it was hard for him. And even though now as an adult, he didn't have the same problem, the trauma of the bullying as a teenager was still very much alive within him. And when he realized that he does not have to carry this burden any longer. The bullies are long, long gone, and he needed to find a way to let go. And part of that was recognizing, first of all, as we said yesterday with Sandy, we need to recognize where the anger, the guilt, the hurt, the pain is coming from. Secondly, we need to work towards a process of forgiveness. And forgiveness is, many people think, oh, well, that's a sign of weakness, just forgiving, forgetting, what's all that about? Forgiveness is not actually so much for them. Forgiveness is important for you. It was important for Mo to be able to forgive so that he could let go. It is an act of self-compassion. It is the first gateway to releasing what you have held on for so long, and recognizing that as a teenager, he did nothing wrong, and that carrying this burden and this guilt is weighing heavily on him and his future, and now it's actually causing him to be distracted in his work, and his body is already starting to tell him, you need to let go of this. And so for Mo, he found that journaling was a good option for him to just get it out of his system, to write everything down. He decided that two things that he was going to do for in celebrating this new way forward is to volunteer as a big brother. Be there for someone who might be struggling, and so that it doesn't sting anymore. The sting is out. Once you release that, you get it out of your system. And so releasing that is a part of the healing. And once it's out, once the sting is gone, it no longer has a hold over you. And so Mo felt that was something that he could do, is to be there for somebody else that needed help, that could have helped him, but now he can step in and be a help for somebody else. So today, that is our second scenario. Tomorrow we'll do our third scenario in our 3-day challenge. And so I hope that you are enjoying the 3-day challenge of letting go, and I'll see you tomorrow in the final challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.